Good morning, day traders, and welcome to Market Minute, a hedge fund trader's technical analysis for Wednesday, April 13th, 2022. Let's get after it. So a little bit of a more bearish than bullish market here this AM. So we're starting to see maybe this overnight bullish momentum fade here a little bit as we creep up towards market open. We kind of have a really nice strong candle here, right? Failed breakout, looking for that bear flag continuation here this AM. But we need a little bit of that bearish momentum to really step in and push price down under this 436.50. If we're able to sort of get that momentum, then we have space towards that sort of 435 area, and then hopefully a little bit of follow through down towards that 430 zone. Similar narrative here on QQQ with a slightly stronger volume profile, albeit still maybe a little bit disappointing, right? So good candle, right? Really strong volume, right? Relatively, but then getting a little bit of a gap up, which crushes that momentum. We'd like to see this gap up still flip, and we have a little chance with that with PPI coming out at 830. So definitely a little bit of momentum here to the downside. For me, looking for bearish breakdowns under this 336.80 for a move towards that 335, 334, 333, and then eventually that 330 area. Apple showing us really good increasing volume here as well, right? Albeit not quite outlier. Now, stronger candle, more bearish than bullish candle here, right? If we go candle arrows, we see a little bit of that sort of downward pressure still pushing price action down. And so a little bit of a bearish bias here still this AM. If we're able to clear under this 166.50, then certainly seems like that 165 area is in play with a little touch along the way at yesterday's Monday's low. Right, Tesla showing us really good setup, maybe the strongest one of the day here so far, right, with that sort of increasing volume bar, second most bearish candle, failed breakouts on back-to-back days here, right? We've had two attempts to hold this $1,000 mark, and it's been unable to do so. So now we're looking for that sort of continuation breakdown under this 974. If we can get that, then we certainly have a little bit of space towards that 960, 955, and then 940 areas. Microsoft, right, looking a bit more like the SPY than QQQ or Tesla with a really nice looking candle, but disappointing volume profile. So we got a good looking candle, bad volume, and then a little bit of a gap up here this AM. So that kills a little bit of the bearish momentum or kills a little bit of the easy price action that we could expect to see here on Microsoft, right? This tells me it's still going to be a little bit of a choppy session here today on this name. We'll be looking for breakdowns under this 280 area for a move towards that 278.80, 276, and then 275 zone. AMD, right, similar story here as that Microsoft with that decreasing volume profile, but strong daily candle, right? If we can lose this 94.40 on volume, certainly has a little bit of space down towards that 93.20. But again, right, maybe expecting a slightly more choppy trade here than maybe something like that Tesla. NVIDIA, right, a little bit stronger than this AMD if we're going to be looking at relative strength with that increasing volume bar, right, strong looking candle. So if we're comparing setups, right, similar looking candle shapes, but a much stronger volume profile there on that NVIDIA. So if we can lose this 211.35 on volume, certainly looks like there's space down towards that 210, 209, 207, and 205. Again, we'd like to see this gap up flip to a gap down, and then that would be a much better indication of this being a trending market for it today. Facebook, right, giving us a very similar setup as we're seeing in a lot of our leading names, albeit it's the only or one of the only names that's actually giving us a little bit of a gap down here this AM. So disappointing volume profile, but strong candle shape and strong little gap down relative to sort of its other index peers. So if we're able to lose this 211.90, certainly looks like it's got space down towards that 210, 207.70, and then that 206.35. And then last but not least here this AM is JPM. So second most bearish candle setup here yesterday, a little bit of a gap down, right? Well, significant gap down here, now sort of invalidating some of these levels, right? Bear flag here, increasing volume, and then it had earnings this morning where it had a surprise disappointment. So a little bit of a shaky start here from JPM this morning. We'd like to see if that bearish momentum can continue under that 127, right? We've got space towards that 126 and then 125 areas. So that's how I plan on dominating today's action. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. If you guys want to trade with me live today, I'm streaming all my trades here on YouTube, and that video will be live right after this video. So please step in and say hello. Otherwise, have yourselves a fantastic session, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow for the next Market Minute.